Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Mayfield. And the Steelers pressure too much here. He's going down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Darnold. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Chubb on the counter. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Mayfield looks to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Mayfield now. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Catanzaro's kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of...
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. He will take this all the way.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. Well, special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead is up to 5. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And this will be caught by its big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
makes the score Steelers 21, Browns 9.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
They can't stop it.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
Now a passage taken in by Smith-Schuster. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. They'll roll him out right. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That third down conversion good for 23. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. Again, Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold going deep for Hopkins. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A good pickup there at 22.
47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnson. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Johnson. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw, Darnold. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
To 12, and they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he's going to get this this one across the 30-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold looking for his running back, and he's got him. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
And 1 yard to go.
The Steelers on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 at this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Darnold completes it. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
It's a second down run with Sanders, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. To throw is Darnold. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They go back to the air. INT on the last drive. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
5-yard line.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what time to talk it over. Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. They go play action. Mayfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 32.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check. 59.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Pittsburgh, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.